I'm wildin'. If I'm on the island, I'm snatching the cell. Brody, the night is until he free. I'm raising. Tell my call me FaceTime. For all the times we had to FaceTime. 3D nights. If you need to take mine, please don't come up to mine. You know I'm like that. I'll make a movie like TNT. If you really want it, I bet I like DMB. Now the blue island in my section, and I keep that. Remember when I came over, all up in my direction. She like the way that I dance. She like the way that I move. She like the way that I rock. She like the way that I woo. And she let it. She let it. And she. Yeah, she. Mike and Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I Mike and Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I
Ain't no one man struggle above another.
And for more Wednesday action, I better see all you high flyers at Dunk Fest, where you can earn prizes by working with the community to reach the target number of dunks. To recap, here's our big board of upcoming events in the neighborhood. Substitute 2K MC out. I'm gonna hit the 2K beach and tan for a little bit.
Welcome to a new episode of 2K TV.
Yes, welcome. And before we...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Spurs.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Clutter are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And here's Montreal. Fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right, right.
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Off target from three-point range. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. 4-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it's important that Porter stays aggressive. But when he does this, it helps force the D's hand.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the second free throw, good.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Molina. Bank shot. No good. Now the Bulls with it. They push it up. 4 on 3. Oh, that's blocked.
No, it's early, but going over
Sinapalpal
the
legal mo, no?
game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Terus Nyo. Nyo, galingan mo Nyo.
Montreal shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
White the pass to Levine. Back to White. Poked away. Now Montreal
Spin move
moving it
kay Calvo yan. Oh ha. Spin move dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up.
Alpha Doso.
You lose the possession and give up a quick
Spin move.
at the other end.
Bulls still looking like they're getting going. They trail by 7. The pass to Levine, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Solid work at the
Si
line a season
Kong
ago.
dun sa side.
83% on his opportunities.
And the technical free throw is good.
And in flashes, Levine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
Now Montreal moving it up. Tips it.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Markkanen kicks to Levine. They get a hand on it.
Huli.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Levine trying to free himself up. And the Bulls with another miss.
Cycle nyo yan. Yeah!
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight,
Alam
just
mo nyo.
getting down into the
Tam.
painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here is Porter. After the basket by Montreal. Markkanen dishes to Porter. Five on the clock. For 3, Levine. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And
Yo.
here's Montreal. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Guarded by Porter. Out to the right wing. Shoots. White with the defensive effort. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Montreal shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
It's a completely new group for Montreal. Chicago with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Passes it to Carter. 1:58 left to play in the first. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
On the wing, Green. 6 to shoot. Montreal again missing. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 11. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Hutchison's shot is off. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Yeah.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Satoransky.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From past the arc. Montreal again missing. Bulls trailed by 11. Done with it. Now guarded by Labissiere. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
Man, what about that pass? Eyes in the back of my head. Delivers it right on the money.
Now here's Green.
Yes. Wala pa rin.
A three-pointer off the mark. Picked away to the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
There's 21 seconds left in the first. Now, here's Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Stolen by Satoransky. That one doesn't go. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Montreal ahead. They lead by 11. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left. Left in this one. And from what you've seen from Montreal, guys, what do you think?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable. Just crippling defense.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Here's Hutchison. No points in the game yet for him. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Chris Dunn is out there with Thomas Satoransky. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Six on the shot clock. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Now, here is Young. Launches a 3. No good on that one. Dunn covering. There's the dish to Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Bulls making a switch here. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Carter. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's Kobe White in for Dunn.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides. The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected to defensively.
Molina. Rebound by the Bulls. White down low. And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
Oh, Cancino.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now here's White. It's blocked, and he recovers it. Here's LaVine. No good that time. And it's Montreal the other way.
Oh!
The perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to White. That's tipped. He's all alone.
Daddy long legs.
The breakaway jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And White kicks to Porter. In the corner, it's LaVine.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Lets it fly. Markkanen pulls it in. Last game for Montreal, they picked up the W against the Boston Celtics. LaVine can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely...
Ang ganda naman ng pasa doon.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot
Alim mo
attempts.
tong kalbo sa side.
The mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And Chicago has possession after the basket by Montreal.
Huli ka.
And up the floor again for Montreal, running the court.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
Here's White. 1:37 left now here in the second. Chicago calls timeout.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Outside, Levine. It's Young on the wing. They could use a bucket. That shot misses. And it's Montreal the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Now Montreal moving it up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Levine. Diaz, white covering. Pass to Diaz. And Porter comes to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Nanonood pa, no?
And so it's Montreal now. Now the pass to Diaz. And Young comes over to help. Clock at 4. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Satoransky comes in for Porter. And it's done in for Kobe White. Levine inside the three-point line. And nothing is falling for him right now.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
And so it's Montreal rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Well, for Montreal, Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Finney Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. We've got Green. JaVale McGee is out there with Williams, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3. Now Green. A three-pointer, no good. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Porter's running. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Carter's got 6.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Back to Green. Clock at 6. Montreal needs to get off a shot from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
And it's Williams with the ball for Montreal.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. White the pass to Levine. Carter outside. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls have a new front office, branching out from the Nuggets brain trust with new team president, given Denver success identifying and developing young talent with a win percentage that's climbed year after year. There is at least some optimism that the Bulls will be able to build a similar and sustainable winning program. Guys?
Wouldn't that be a story? Thank you, David. And first time out of the game called for Montreal. And last season for Markkanen didn't really go as planned. Greg, we know he suffered some injuries and had a hard time establishing his role.
Yeah, both the scoring and rebounding were down. And this happens sometimes with a new coach and a new system. But one thing's for sure, the talent is there. Markkanen is still very young and has a tremendous upside.
And it's a completely new group for Montreal. And Chicago also making a switch. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Markkanen. Montreal calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Montreal making a change here. Guarded by Porter. Shot clock at 5. Fades away. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dunn, he's checked in for Chicago. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Hutchison. Now Porter. There's the triple. The shot will not fall.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Molina, defended by Carter. Molina. Montreal again missing. Now the Bulls with it. Here's Levine. Plays it up and makes it in. That's now 8 points for Zach Levine.
Flying around in the open court, Levine can beat you with the jumper and the ability to play above the rim.
Molina. Jams it in as he's fouled.
Molina.
Point play. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. For Montreal, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Chicago making some changes. Young's checked in for Porter, and Satoransky subbed in for Zach Levine. And the Bulls with possession. Dunn looking over the floor. Carter, the pass to Dunn, and they pick up 2.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. No good from outside. One-on-one here. Satoransky gets the bucket.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Molina, defended by Carter. Here's Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 10 points for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Lets it go with a three. That shot is off. And it's Montreal the other way. Out to the right wing.
Oh, mismatch.
Molina misses in close. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Ball stolen. Now Montreal moving it up. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dunn outside. And the three off target. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Defended by Young.
You know.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Spin move, Galvo. Classic.
Defense. That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Dunn passes to Young. Can they get it? And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Bulls shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Eight seconds left in the third quarter. Stolen by Markkanen.
Check.
And so it's Montreal in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And for Chicago, we've got Maxey. Markkanen is out there with Harrison, and it's Cornette in at the 5. Pass to Markkanen. To the wing right side. Pass to Maxey. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Markkanen can't get it to go. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And they're on the break. Molina, and he caps off
Molina
with a monster slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Maxey passes to Strus. Ball's knocked loose. Shot to stop the run. Doesn't go that time. And it's Montreal the other way. Last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Markkanen can't get it to go.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Maxey grabs the miss. And the Bulls with possession. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Can't hit from in close.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Harrison kicks to Markkanen. The pass to Maxey. Here's Cornette. Here's Harrison. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now could exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deal. And they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Montreal.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Williams against Porter. Passes it to Strus. They need this one. It's rebounded by Montreal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And here's Maxey. Pass to Strus. Here's Harrison. Off target with that shot.
Like the effort. They're relentless on D, and Green never giving up on that play.
So we see Montreal get the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.